For a long time, it's the male fighter who got most of the attentions in UFC. But after Dana White and company opened up UFC's first ever women's divisions, fans around the world flocked their dynamic roster of female stars. Fighters like Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, and Misha Tate have shown that they can go round for round with all the ferocity and maybe even more star power of their male counterparts. So today we're going to take a look at some of the most beautiful female fighters. 1. Susi. It would be a crime if we didn't include the queen on this list. Then how can we talk about Susi, aka Kamila Smogoletskaya, is an MMA fighter, originally from Poland. At the moment, she has a score of 1-1, became famous after the last fight due to her appearance. She is known under the pseudonym Susi. The girl at the moment became a popular star on TikTok, and she can not only fight in MMA, but she is also a model and performer. In general, a very versatile personality. Kamila was born and raised in Lodz, Poland. She is a pretty strong athlete even though she only has 4 matches under her belt, and the 5th one is also coming. You must have noticed there's not a lot of information available on the internet more, so that she didn't have a Wikipedia page. This is because she mostly keep her personal life private. Her latest match is with Anila Bogus on June 4, 2022. I'm pretty sure a lot of eyes are gonna be on that match. 2. Alexa Grasso. Beauty and the Beast is an extremely familiar term used to describe the difference between two different people with drastic characteristics. However, in the context of Alexa Grasso, she is both in one body. Not only is the Mexican beauty one of the most talented female strikers, but she is also probably the most beautiful MMA fighters in this era. As a result, Alexa is one of the better-known fighters in the UFC currently. Alexa started her professional MMA career in her homeland Mexico. The talented striker managed an impressive undefeated record of 5 wins, of which 3 came via knockout in the first 18 months of her career. Consequently, the beautiful Mexican's hype was beginning to grow when Invicta FC snapped up Grasso. Subsequently, she made her debut against Ashley Cummins at Invicta FC 8, which she won by unanimous decisions. The 26-year-old stayed with the company for another 3 fights as Invicta had Alexa contracted for another year. But in the 26-year-old's next fight, she was brought back down to earth as Grasso endured the first loss of her career against Felice Herrick. It came as a surprise to many onlookers, mainly because the Mexican beauty was the favorite going into the fight. Alexa Grasso was born to Luis Grasso and an unknown mother. At the moment, Grasso's mother's name remains undisclosed, but I will update it as soon as the information is made public. Although Grasso is one of the most popular MMA fighters currently, she is very introverted when it comes to her relationships. The beautiful Mexican fighter gets bombarded with questions regarding her relationship, but she has never spoken about the topic publicly. 3. Misha Tate. Misha Teresa Tate is an American mixed martial arts pundit. Also a former mixed martial artist, she has competed in the Ultimate Fighting Championships and is a former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion. Born in Tacoma, Washington, she was very active in sports for her school days. While she was studying at Central Washington University, she started attending the Mixed Martial Arts Club after it was recommended by a friend. At the age of 20, she took part in her first amateur bout against Elizabeth Posner, who specialized in Muay Thai. The following year, at the one-night Hook and Shoot Women's Grand Prix, she made her professional debut. Tate's fighting style focused on wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and earned her much praise and appreciation. Her popularity increased when she won the Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Championship soon after. In addition to her career in mixed martial arts, she also modeled for several websites and publications such as ESPN, the magazines, and Fitness Girls. She is a playable character in the video game EA Sports UFC as well. 4. Dakmara. Dakmara is a model and boxer who is also a makeup artist, beauty influencer, and twerk dancer. She is a very energetic person with many interests and hobbies. She is a well-known model as well as an MMA female boxer and fighter. She debuted in the Octagon at Fame MMA 8 on November 21st of the year 2020. She also ended his career very shortly on her first UFC debut match with Susi. Although the star has not had any contact with this type of sport before, it is closely related to physical activity, which can be seen from her impeccable figure. She was born and raised in Poland, so she holds Polish nationality. She also hasn't revealed that much about herself on the internet, that's why you won't find a Wikipedia page of her. Even though she has had a very short-lived MMA career, she made her mark even after defeat and managed to get a pretty successful modeling career. 5. Rachel Ostovich. It takes a lot of courage, hardship, and struggle for a woman to stand there and make a name. Only a rebellious heart know it. Well, Rachel Ostovich is one such Wonder Woman with a rebellious heart in the MMA world. she is extremely popular for her performance in UFC and Invicta Fighting Championships. She is a fan favorite. Beside her MMA career, her personal life has not been that smooth. After the hard-heated physical assault by her husband Arnold Burden, she has successfully evolved herself and later emerged as a strong and leading woman. Born on February 25, 1991, Rachel Ostovich Burden is an American by nationality. She was born in Hawaii, United States. But yes, growing up, she has always wanted to be a professional cheerleader and gymnast. But slowly something got diverted and she became a judo state champion in wrestling. Rachel promised her mother that she would get a full ride scholarships but ended up joining MMA. 6 years of a professional career in the MMA world and she has earned it all: name, fame, and money. Well, MMA Junkie was the first to report the news of her last match, which was not so expected by Rachel's fans, but that's not an end. We don't know what she is into these days, but yes. According to several interviews, the loss to Gina Mazzani was not her final fight in life. She loves being an MMA fighter and she will continue if any better opportunity pops in. 6. Amanda Ribas. After selling her soul on fire, she has started to climb her way up to the top as a promising fighter in the UFC. Amanda Ribas is a genuine threat who can be messed for her cute looks. To illustrate, she is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu who came out of Brazil itself. Additionally, she has got a craze for fights, which makes her the perfect fit in the field. All in all, Amanda is a package of hype competing in the flyweight divisions of the UFC. In the bargain, Ribas acquired a burning determination that every fighter needs. Amanda Limborco Alcantara Ribas. Shortly, Amanda Ribas was born on August 26, 1993. She grew up with her father and brother in Varginha, Minas Gerais. However, there is no detailed information about her mother. Amanda was born to a jiu-jitsu master, Marcelo Ribas. Hence, she started her combat sports training at a young age. Ever since her professional debut in 2019, Ribas has been titled the top UFC prospect of the year. Considering it, as we look into her, she is a burning flame who holds a desire to fight and has only given a winning streak to date. 7. Anastasia Yankova. Anastasia Yankova is a Russian mixed martial arts fighter who is currently competing in the American MMA promotion, Bellator MMA, and its flyweight divisions. She is also known for posting both her training for fights and modeling pictures with her over 180,000 Instagram followers. She started training in Kyokushin Karate from the age of 6 to 14. Inspired by her childhood fascinations with Xena Warrior Princess on TV, she took a few years to break from training to concentrate on school and get into college. She started her training in Muay Thai after a Muay Thai coach at her fitness gym invited her to join his Muay Thai class. And not long after, she started competing in kickboxing tournaments. She first began training in Kyokushin Karate at the age of 6. She then began training at the American Kickboxing Academy, where she began MMA. She is known for having earned sponsorships from Nike and appeared in their Made Of short film. The Russian MMA athlete made her Bellator debut against Angela Pink and won 5 submissions hold in round 1 of the matches during Bellator 152 in Torino, Italy, which took place on April 16, 2016. After a couple of impressive victories over MMA competitors such as Vega Ortega and Alina Kalionidou. 8. Bruna Fargas. She is an extremely beautiful MMA fighter who was born in Porto Alegre, Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Her age is 34. She was born on September 25, 1989. And talking about her MMA career, she has 4 wins and 4 losses under her belt. She is a very private person and that's why she hadn't disclosed about her personal life anything, not even her family and income and etc. We respect your privacy, Bruna, and hope that you may succeed further ahead in your MMA career. 9. Ariane Lipsky. Ariane Lipsky was born in Curitiba, Brazil on January 26, 1994. Ariane has Polish roots. During World War II, her grandfather immigrated from Poland to Brazil and stayed there. Ariane's passions for martial arts developed in high school. She did Muay Thai at the high level and managed to become the strongest fighter in Brazil. Having made great strides in Muay Thai, Lipsky didn't want to rest on her laurels. Ariane began training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and during one of her training sessions, she met Chris Cyborg, who was already an active MMA fighter. The success of her compatriot inspired the girl, and she resolved to try her hand at mixed martial arts. At the age of 19, Ariane made her MMA debut at the professional level. On November 3, 2013, Lipsky defeated Diane Torquato by unanimous decisions at the Nitrix Champion Fight 17 tournament. In 2015, Lipsky relocated to her grandfather's motherland, where she began competing in KSW. After 2 inside the distance victories, Ariane fought for the vacant flyweight championship title against Diana Belbita. On May 27, 2017, at KSW 39, Lipsky got her opponent in an arm lock in the first round and forced her to surrender. After 2 successful title defenses, the Brazilian signed with the UFC. So far, Lipsky performed in the UFC with mixed success. She has had 7 fights in the promotions with 3 wins and 4 losses. In total, Ariane has 14 wins and 7 losses. Lipsky's nickname is the Queen of Violence. She earned it in Poland for her aggressive fighting style. 10. Claudia Gadelha. The mixed martial artist joined the UFC as part of its inaugural strawweight roster in 2013, competing in and winning the division's inaugural bout. She was chosen to be a coach on The Ultimate Fighter 23. She made her professional debut in 2008 but didn't start fighting regularly until 2009. She won the first 12 fights of her career. She is a multiple-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, winning the World Championship, Rio International Open, and Brazilian Nationals. She started her pro fighting in June 2008, fighting at the Force Fighting Championship. Gadelha made her MMA debut on the 20th of April 2012 from the Fight Exchange. It was announced on 11 December 2013 that Claudia was signed by the UFC on the strawweight divisions, along with her, the other 10 fighters, for the 20th seasons of The Ultimate Fighter. She grew up in Brazil and has said that her parents didn't approve when she started training to fight. In February 2020, she was ranked 6th on the UFC's women's strawweights rankings, and she stands in the 15th positions on the UFC women's pound-for-pound rankings. That's all we've got for you guys. Do like, share, and subscribe to us if we make you laugh. Don't forget to hit the bell too. Alright then, I will see you again soon.